And what is up, YouTube? G3 Iron here, and today we got an announcement from MTGA Arena that Nexus of Fate is banned from the best of one format that is presently playable. So let's dive in real quickly to the official announcement. Then we'll look at some quick instant reactions that's going on right now live in the MTGA community. So here we go. Magic the Gathering Arena. Nexus of Fate is banned in Arena standard formats. Nexus of Fate is not banned in traditional or specialty formats. In other words, best of one, it's out. Best of three, it's still there. The effective date is today, February 14th, 2019. So here's the discussion on it. Nexus of Fate, to ban or not to ban Nexus of Fate, it's been quite the debate. There are a lot of things we look at when deciding whether to ban a card, but ultimately it comes down to answering two basic questions. First off, is the card too powerful? When it comes to determining the overall power level of a deck, there are a lot of data points we can take into consideration. We can look at the metagame and see whether it's stagnated due to a dominant strategy, or if there is diversity in the deck archetypes people are playing. People are playing. We can also look at a deck's win rate and how other decks in the format fare when matched against it. And if either of those scenarios appear to show an issue, we try to identify which cards may be pushing the deck beyond the format healthy power level. Okay, so that's the overall philosophy, the design philosophy at Wizards of the Coast regarding bans. Well, here we go. How does Nexus of Fate fit into that? Nexus of Fate doesn't really fit any of the power-based criteria for banning. While it made a bit of a splash leading up to the Pro Tour 25th anniversary and the reemergence of Turbo Fog as a standard legal deck archetype, it only appeared in 6 out of 165 standard deck lists. None of which, this is the key, none of which made it into the top 4 looking at the recent Grand Prix. The last time Nexus of Fate made it into the top 8 was at the hands of Eric, I apologize, Froelich during GP Los Angeles back in August. Okay, so if Nexus isn't getting banned because of its power level, why is it getting banned? Well, I'm sure most of you that are watching this video have experienced why it's getting banned. It's because it's frustrating as hell to play against. Is the card disrupting normal play? This is the second criteria that Wizards uses. This is admittedly a rather subjective criterion and is one of the reasons why we've thought long and hard about how we wanted to address Nexus of Fate. This isn't the first time we've taken into consideration the disruption of normal play when it came to determining whether a card warranted a ban. The Eggs deck is probably the most prolific example of this, but we've also seen it play a factor in the more recent bannings of Aetherworks Marvel and Croc-Clack Ironworks. As anyone who's been looped by Nexus of Fate can attest, the card can easily and significantly disrupt normal play. Okay, so Nexus of Fate is gone from Bo1. So where is it going to be in specifically, and where is it going to be out? Well, this is a continuation of the discussion we began at the end of January. Because it bears repeating, we'll say it again. It has always been the plan of MTG Arena to provide an authentic digital Magic experience, and we're sticking to that plan. This includes best of 3 formats, sideboarding, and an authentic tabletop banned and restricted list. As such, Nexus of Fate will still be playable in other events and formats, including the traditional constructed event and traditional ranked queue. That being said, we will continue to work on ways we can improve MTGA handles cards like Nexus of Fate and other combo interactions in general. All right, so some real quick interactions here on Reddit. First off, the top comment so far, this was just posted an hour ago. Wow, honestly didn't think it would happen. And I get 4 free Mythic cards. Yes, you're going to get a refund. So basically, a lot of the discussion is revolving around, and has been revolving for the last couple of days, around this massive public outcry, please ban the card. Now that the card has been banned, the initial burst of energy you're going to see are like this. This feels right, but also wrong from Meisterwork. I did not want to see standard ban lists, which are different depending on if you are playing paper or Arena. A response from Scottard: think of it less as paper versus Arena and more best of 1 versus best of 3. It's a different format that realistically doesn't see quote-unquote competitive play outside of Arena. And then there was one more comment I wanted to get to below. Feel free to leave a comment yourself down below. Wow, this is wild, from Detroit Lions 2000. Didn't think it would happen, honestly. Was it because the popular streamers were getting looped, or were there enough complaints from players, or both? MTG Chris says, in the article it explains that they want Arena to be an experience that replicates tabletop play. Totally not the case already. And because people can loop in Bo1 with no consequences, and the best people can do is tweet at Chris Clay and hope he can get into the match to kick one person out at a time, that had to be the move. Although I wonder why they didn't just ban it in general. 2-ban list for one format seems dumb. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think this is too far in banning Nexus of Fate, that it shouldn't be banned at all? Do you think it's not far enough? Maybe that Nexus of Fate needs to be banned both in best of 1 as well as best of 3? Or do you think it's just right? So leave us a comment down below. Let us know. This is amazing, and hopefully for the many people that are playing in best of 1, this will greatly improve their experience. I've recently switched over to just playing best of 3. I recently hit plat in best of 3. I'm not saying that I'm good. I'm not good. I'm just saying, as somebody that's new to Magic the Gathering, I haven't played for 20 years since summer camp as a kid, and now I'm coming back into it. Best of 3 feels a lot better as a competitive experience than best of 1. That doesn't mean it is better, but it feels a lot better. And now that Nexus of Fate isn't in best of 1, that may actually clean things up and attract somebody like me that's a newer player for Magic Arena to go back into best of 1, because I won't have to worry about either building a deck to counter Nexus of Fate and then losing to everything else, or having a less than 30-minute play session become a 45-minute, a 50-minute, a 60-minute play session because somebody's got an auto script on for just looping Nexus of Fate. How annoying. Anyway, leave us a comment down below, and I hope that your best of 1 runs for the rest of the day are amazingly Nexus of Fate free, and I hope that your best of 3 runs are amazingly Nexus of Fate free.